We are currently witnessing one of the biggest Bitcoin bear traps. Literally nobody is having a look in towards it, but we are repeating exact market structure and Bitcoin signals from this price action we created over here. We are exactly repeating it right now. So you need to be watching the charts right now because volatility is still sitting at all-time lows and we are about to create an absolutely massive move. Look, next week we are also about to get our CPI data getting released, and this will probably cause a lot of the major volatility. So right now is absolutely the time you want to be watching the Bitcoin charts. We are about to get this a massive move being created. I am still in my long position with only 2.2k in the profits. This first of all was about 7k in the profits at these tops we created over here, but I'm still going to be looking to be riding it all the way towards the 38k level at least. And first of all, as always, let's first of all jump in towards the short-term charts before jumping in towards the most important Bitcoin charts. So right now what we can be seeing is a short-term symmetrical triangle being created, but in my opinion I'm not going to be trading this short-term symmetrical triangle. It might be a little bit fun to have a look in towards, but of course we have also been creating some kind of a symmetrical triangle back right here, and we got this small little breakdown, but in the end of the day we did not reach our targets at all. And this is of course because volatility is still at all of these all-time lows. So that is also why we do not get any kind of explosive breakouts just yet. And also at the same time, we are still trading inside of a weekend. And usually during these weekends, we can be seeing consolidation around our CME futures close price, which in this case was about the 29.1k level. So what will be very likely is that we are just going to be consolidating around this level, and whenever we are going to be starting our new week next week, well, we are going to be opening our CME futures trading at about the 29k level. So yeah, some consolidation around this level is to be expected, but I do not expect that any kind of a big move will be getting created during this weekend. So that is also the reason why I will not be trading this small symmetrical triangle. So one other thing that will actually be very important to have a look in towards is that if we are going to be losing this support level right here, I do think we have some huge problems in the Bitcoin short term, because previously around as well, whenever we broke these kind of support levels towards the downside, well, that was the moment where we were going to be seeing more downside price action being created. So right now we might be having a look into some kind of a similar structure, and whenever we are going to be breaking this one towards the downside, well, we are just going to be headed and create the next leg towards the downside. So that is why for the bulls we absolutely need to hold these kind of support levels. Otherwise, well, we are doomed to fail and create our next leg towards the upside. We need to hold this level to stay bullish, and if we can be holding this support level, well, we might be flipping it in towards an uptrend again if we are going to be once again breaking above these previous highs. Another support level that we do need to hold is this support level right here. Of course, we are seeing a small little bounce and we still have a lot more room for downside. Alright, we can go all the way down towards the 28k level and we will still be completely fine. Now, in order for you to understand why we are going to be seeing this next move towards the upside anytime soon, and why these signals we are getting right now are so important and are so bullish, you need to understand first of all these two concepts. You need to understand that this is actually, a kind of a bear trap towards the downside. We have seen, of course, this breakdown of this consolidation range, but we can still see that volume is massively declining. And usually at a valid breakdown, actually, you want to be seeing volume increasing very heavily. We are not seeing that at all. And usually whenever volume is still declining, well, we are trading inside of a consolidation pattern. And that is exactly what we are doing right now. We are still trading inside of a falling wedge pattern, in my opinion. And because of the volume decline, well, we are just going to be waiting until we are going to be seeing this breakout. And whenever we are going to be breaking out, well, then we are probably going to be seeing this volume incline. So this is the first very important thing you need to know. This really looks like a bear trap, and because this looks like a bear trap, well, we want to be having a look into some other signals. The second thing you need to know first of all is that volatility is sitting at all of these all-time lows. We have literally not seen this low volatility in Bitcoin's history. Of course, the Bitcoin market is getting more mature and all of that, and that is also one key reason why we are seeing right now lower amounts of volatility. But one thing is for sure, after seeing low amounts of volatility, always we can be seeing volatility returning towards the market rather sooner than later. And whenever we are seeing these types of low amounts of volatility, well, this is a signal that a huge move is about to come. We can call this the calm before the storm. So alright, because we are seeing this calm before the storm and we can be seeing a massive move is about to come, and probably we are trading inside of a bear trap, and also having a look into the longer term charts, they are actually looking very good and are giving us a lot of buying signals with this golden cross right now flashing and many more indications that I will be talking about a little bit later in this video. Well, we want to be having a look into these charts right here, because literally we are already having all of these bullish signals, but right now what we want to be having a look into is this falling wedge that we are developing right now. And also what will be the most important indication right now in the Bitcoin charts is that we are developing a lot of strength. We are literally creating this 8-hourly bullish divergence, and right here over here we have also created this bullish divergence, and that has marked the start of this massive bounce towards the upside. Right now we are also forming this bullish divergence. Now we are still trading inside of this weekend, of course, so that is why we are seeing lower amounts of volatility and we are not seeing this massive bounce being created just yet. But in my opinion, this strength returning in towards the market is one signal we wanted to have a look in towards in order for this bounce to actually come through in the Bitcoin charts. So in my opinion, how you can very easily trade this bullish divergence is actually right now opening this Bitcoin long position right here is too risky in my opinion, because we are technically still trading inside of this downtrend. Okay, but when will be a very good time to actually open your long position is whenever we are going to be breaking above this falling wedge pattern. This has also exactly been what I did over here. I opened my long position at the point of this breakout and I did add a little bit more money towards my Bitcoin trade. That is why my opening position, my open trade right here is a little bit higher. But in the end of the day, this is exactly what I did over here, and I will be doing it over again right here, right now. Whenever we are going to be breaking this one out towards the upside, I will be adding a lot more money towards my Bitcoin trade. So when are we going to be seeing this volatility returning in towards the market, you may ask? Well, of course, we are going to be getting our CPI data getting released next week, Thursday, August the 10th. Okay, and historically speaking, all of these CPI data events have been a very volatile event. As you can be seeing at all of these green vertical lines, we have seen a lot of volatility coming in towards the Bitcoin market. And right now, again, we are about to get this very volatile event, while, well, volatility is still setting at all of these all-time lows. So in my opinion, next week, because of this event, we might be seeing a massive spike in volatility and we might be breaking out of these patterns right here. Of course, depending on what the actual outcome of all of these data will be. So also the longer term charts are still looking very good, and that is also the reasoning why I do think in the end of the day we will be seeing this higher push being created. So with that being said, make sure to be following me on Twitter to stay up to date about every single market development. And guys, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.